like to be hospitable from time to time, so we are rolling out the welcome mat because La Nina has officially arrived. I know everybody was waiting for that.
Everyone's favorite neighbor.
Exactly. Chief Meteorologist Nick Bannin is joining us now. And Nick, let's explain what this does to the weather.
Yeah, it mostly affects us in the winter time, although it can affect our weather in the late fall as well. Of course, last winter was a weak and short La Nina, and we're looking for another one as we head into this coming winter. As far as what happened today, big announcement from NOAA and the Climate Prediction Center that La Nina has now officially begun. They've issued a La Nina advisory as a result. The reason we can tell it's officially begun, well, the water temperatures in the eastern equatorial Pacific have cooled enough below a certain threshold. It's technically 0.5 degrees Celsius below average. And that means that La Nina conditions are now present, and then we should start seeing the eventual impacts on our weather patterns as we head through the late fall and especially into winter. So these bars represent the odds of one of these phases of ENSO continuing. ENSO stands for El Nino Southern Oscillation. That includes the three phases of ENSO. La Nina is the colder than average phase. Neutral means the water temperatures in the eastern equatorial Pacific are near normal. And then El Nino, the red bars, are when the water is at least half a degree Celsius above normal. So you can see the blue bars are favored here for the next several chunks of 3 months. And these are rolling chunks. So SON is September, October, November. OND is October, November, December. NDJ is November, December, January. And DJF is December, January, February. This one's the key one here because DJF, December, January, February, that's meteorological winter. And the blue bars are ahead of anything else, the gray bars there being ENSO neutral. So La Nina continues to be favored for winter before we enter more of a neutral pattern for next spring, and then maybe El Nino here for later next year. But what La Nina means for the winter time, as that is favored, drier than normal and warmer than normal for us here in not just central Texas, but much of the southern plains. Of course, we've talked a lot about La Nina over the past several months, and it looks like another La Nina winter on the way, which is not great given our drought continues to worsen. These La Nina winters typically don't get much rain for us here in central Texas. Of course, we'll keep monitoring the expectations for winter here over the coming months. Here's what it looks like outside right now. Very much a fall day that feels still like summer, although we're losing the summer-like humidity and just keeping some of the summer temperatures. We've got sunshine, a few scattered clouds out there now. The thicker clouds have been pushed off to the southwest as the drier air continues to filter in from the northeast here today. Still warm though. Remember, dry air is very easy to heat up, but it's also very easy to cool down. So we're going to notice our cooler nights really beginning tonight. 80s and low 90s for most of us. The dew point, of course, a good measure of the humidity in the air and your comfort walking around the air. Dew points in the 60s, still a little sticky, but once we start to drop into the 50s, that much drier air takes over, and that's where we should be here as we go through Friday and into Saturday morning. Dew points falling into the 50s, meaning some pretty bone dry air settling into central Texas. And look at Saturday afternoon, dew points dropping into the 40s. So this air that's already decently dry, but dew point near 60, not super dry. It will keep drying out tonight and through the day tomorrow, helping to usher in not just drier conditions in the air, but cooler nights. So we've got a mostly clear night tonight with a light breeze. It'll be our first night in about 5 nights where we have not had lows in the 70s in Austin. Instead, it'll be mid-60s, but still plenty of heat during the day, even though it'll be a dry heat for ACL Weekend 2 that begins tomorrow. 92 and sunny Friday, 92 sunny Saturday, and 92 and sunny on Sunday. Not a whole lot of variety temperature-wise here over the next several days. We'll notice those cooler nights, though, continuing to cool off even more for Saturday morning, which, as we've been first warning you for several days now, should be our coolest morning since last spring in most areas. Low 60s in Austin, but cooler elsewhere. Sunday morning, hey, that's still going to feel pretty good too, 63. And then we're back to slightly above average morning temperatures here by Monday morning. But look at those Saturday morning temperatures. Yes, 60s in Austin and Georgetown, but the vast majority of central Texas starting off your Saturday morning and your weekend in the very comfortably fresh 50s here. Plenty to look forward to, at least in the morning. It's going to feel nice and fresh. Here's a look at our first warning weather 7-day forecast. Humidity may start to tick up a little bit next week. And for that, we'll see a few extra clouds around, and mainly in the morning. Still mostly sunny skies Monday through Thursday and low 90s, and unfortunately, no sign of rain.